Greetings fam, and welcome to Love Inspiry Space on the internet. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 bad habits you need to break within your relationship. Wondering why your relationship isn't prospering? Are you fighting every single day, not getting anywhere, no relationship goals? These are probably the habits you need to break. Stick around and let's talk love. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Love Inspiry YouTube channel. For those who don't know, my name is Angie. I'm the founder of Love Inspiry, where our mission is to build more powerful, transparent, and durable relationships. We're all about having healthy relationships over here. And speaking of healthy, we're talking about today bad habits you need to break. But before I get started, I have a guide on the 7 habits to a highly effective couple, which you can use as a resource after you watch this video. So the first thing that I want to talk about with bad habits that you need to break within your relationship, the blame game. Often I see this in couples, and you know, I was victim to that as well. Attack the problem and not the person. When you start pointing fingers at who did this or who said this or who was that, who was what, you miss the point of what the actual problem is. If you always focus on your partner, you're always going to find fault, right? Because we're human. It happens. This is life. Instead of coming home and picking a fight with why the house isn't clean, do your due diligence and help your partner out. Ask what's going on. Trip them around the house. Do what they normally would do to help them out. You never truly know unless you have a conversation with your partner how they are suffering and where they need help. It could be a simple, easy fix. But if we tackle the problem instead of placing the blame on each other, we can get very, very far. The second bad habit that I see couples make is not spending enough time together. Listen, this is very, very crucial when you're in the friendship stage and when you're in the committed relationship stage. You never truly know who you're with until you spend enough quality time with them. This is why I always talk about not jumping a relationship, is because you miss vital signs from a person. You need to see how they problem solve. You need to see how they handle conflict with people that they claim they love. You need to see how they are happy, how they are sad, how do they go about their daily lives. These are all things you need to see. And you won't see any of this until you spend quality time with one another. And even when you're married, it's very, very essential that you spend quality time with one another, because this is what causes infidelity to take place. When your partner doesn't feel valued, when your partner doesn't feel appreciated, when your partner doesn't feel wanted. We all want to feel wanted when we're in a marriage, and the only way we can do that, make our partner feel comfortable with us, is if we spend time with them. The third bad habit you need to break within your relationships is not actively listening. And I teach this extensively in the 7 Habits to a Highly Effective Couple workshop. How to actively listen to your partner. Active listening is about asking the right follow-up questions, watching physiology like body language, arms crossed, the rolling of the eyes. These are all things you need to watch. And a lot of the times we are distracted with our telephones, with our tablets, with our computers. Oh. Yeah, that's me. A lot of the times we're distracted with TV, social media, all these things. At some point you have to put down the phone and listen to your partner. One of these things that my husband and I always do when we really truly need to talk to one another, I need a session. It's our phrase. It's our phrase to let each other know, listen, put everything down, stop, drop, and roll, no pun intended to our last name, but listen to me right now. So I encourage everyone to find that phrase. Find something, a signal or something to let each other know, I really need you now. This is no games. Believe it or not, the 4th bad habit that I see within relationships is walking on eggshells, not addressing the problem head on. And listen, all this does is build resentment and frustration. Me again, I was that person that was just, because I felt like my husband was not listening to me how I wanted him to listen to me and not doing what I wanted him to do when I wanted to do it, I just completely shut down and never addressed problems. And what this did was build resentment. It built frustration. It built tension within the relationship, because I wasn't getting what I needed to get off my chest. You definitely need to be in a relationship with somebody where you can express yourself, get things off your chest. It's not necessarily what we say to our partner, but it's the way that we say it. At least that's how I was raised, to come and express yourself, but be respectful when you are expressing yourself. Don't walk on eggshells. If you feel that you have a partner and you can't talk to them, It's probably due to maybe a control issue, manipulation. You don't truly feel protected with them. And when you don't feel protected with somebody, you can't be vulnerable. And vulnerability, my friends, is definitely key.
No, it's true.
And the last one that I want to talk about is identity. Bad habit to have in your relationship is having no identity within a relationship. And we talked about this in our last YouTube video, being able to have identity, what that truly means. It's being able to know who you are outside of a relationship. And when you go into a relationship and you have no identity, your whole life is consumed by this relationship, that's how you end up in manipulation. That's how you end up with a narcissist. And narcissists can spot that easily. How can I manipulate this person? Can I control him or her to do what I want? And guess what, my friends? There is no gender block on this. It happens to men and it happens to women too. So have identity outside of your relationship. In ways that you can have identity while being in a relationship, doing things on your own. You don't have to be stuck up under your partner all the time. Although I love to be around my husband, I do tend to travel without him sometimes. And it's okay to miss each other. It's okay to want to be with each other, but it's very, very key that you have that separate time so you can identify with yourself, so you can spend time alone. Talk to the Lord, do whatever you got to do, journal, whatever the case may be, but make sure you know who you are outside of the relationship. If my husband were to die today or tomorrow, I would be very, very sad. But I would be able to move on with my life in terms of picking up the pieces and identifying what I need to do to continue on without him. Of course I would miss him, but I know who Angie is without him. It's okay for you to be so in love with somebody, but it's not okay for you to be totally consumed with their life that you don't do things that you enjoy doing. All right, guys, and that concludes today's video. 5 bad habits you need to break in your relationship. Now, I have a freebie available on my website, the 7 Habits to a Highly Effective Couple. Things that you need to start doing within your relationship today, like right now. Like, this is things that you can start putting into place right now. Then I also have a workshop available for 50% off if you use the code YouTube. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you all in the next video. Stick around for a clip. Have a blessed one. And speak of the devil.
Why I gotta be the devil? Speak of the angel.
Nobody said speak of the angel.
I don't want to be no devil.
Come say hi. I was just talking about you.
Tell me you call me devil.